The current exhibition is called In the Mind's Eye. Tonight we're going to have a very special event. We have three artists who are going to be talking about their work. We call it Artists in Conversation. We're looking at the inspiration and the process of each of these artists, looking at their practice, how their subconscious works as they create their unique images, visual images. Robin Sewell is one of the artists participating in the show. And I remember seeing Robin in his studio with many, many wonderful little gadgets that he had created to propel paint at the canvas. And in fact, one like a little spider that ran around the canvas, dribbling paint as he went along. So very, very creative and very spontaneous. We're then going to talk to Jenny Morse. And Jenny Morse is talking about her work, which is a screen print and a very flat, a very soft, a very gentle approach to creating her work, very unlike what Robin has in his practice, but she'll tell you more about that. And then across the way, we're going to look at Susanna Lyle. This is called Tapaki, and Susanna uses the flora and fauna and then a geometric pattern in juxtaposition to the botanical forms. I chose these artists intentionally because they all worked in this very different way. So I'm just as excited as I hope you will be to hear what they have to offer tonight.
This particular painting is called New Moon. And if you ever think about new moon, you think about a small crescent, a luminous crescent in the sky. And this is about as far away from new moon as you can possibly get.
Okay, what do I make of the title? New Moon. Well, I could think the black and grey areas could make me think of the surface of the moon, actually, when it comes into being and it's got an explosion to it. Yes, then I could think that, yes, I could see that.
What's the very first sort of word that comes into your mind? Well, from this to this?
This was much quieter.
Quieter?
Yeah, much quieter.
Okay. Anything else?
It looks like the making of it's much more meditative.
Okay. Yeah?
And softer altogether.
Yeah.
And the random marks are, well, they're rather lovely because they're half covered and half not, and they yes, I can feel the presence of the painter in this one. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's got brush marks and it's got adjustments, and it's something that's been worked on and meditated on, rather, I think.
The image appears. It's kind of there's a process between my action and the result, and I quite like that. And it helps me to make decisions because once I've done one layer, then I have to let it dry, and then I'll put it aside. And maybe if you came to my studio, you'd see I'd have quite a lot of different images in various states, not finished because they have to dry. And I'll put them back under the screen and add a layer. And there's something lovely about working at this scale as well, I think, that's very sort of freeing. So I like the look of it, but also I like the process.
I'm interested in geometry and pattern per se, on its own, standing in its own right. I think it's very beautiful, and I like the way all cultures have used it, particularly Islamic culture and Japanese and other traditions. So this painting is called Topkapi, and it's a reflection on the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul, which we visited. It was just a really overwhelming and exciting place, so I made a big painting of it. But I also put in other elements, which are the grasses and other hexagons, which occur in both Islamic art and Japanese art, so I just combined them to make a space. And the four sort of shapes at the front are from a totally different geometry. I've used them, and afterwards, looking at it, I thought they're probably representing my family, 2 adults and 2 children.
in the mind's eye, because it is an interpretation of their inner feelings of their soul, the subconscious, if you will, of each artist, and how they crunch together all their ideas and all their experiences to create these wonderful visual images of their personality.